This is my rewrite of the Persephone tale. Greetings from your humble narrator, here to introduce Persephone. Yes, indeed, you'll meet her later, but first of all, some history. For those of you who don't recall who Persephone is, she is one of Zeus's pantheon of kids. Her mother is Demeter, goddess of the harvest and of grain, who fills the cornucopia by bringing her sunshine and her rain. So the story of Persephone, that some of you may know, begins when the god Hades emerges from below. He grabs that sweet, innocent girl and drags her down to the underworld. And there he tempts Persephone to eat a pomegranate seed. She takes a bite. She is naive. He's tricked her so she cannot leave. For half each year, she must remain beneath the ground in his domain. It was just a bite, but it changed her life, for she became Hades' wife. So the story continues that they tell. For half each year, Persephone would dwell with her mother, Demeter, and all was well. The crops would grow, the sun would shine, the fruit would ripen on the vine. With Demeter's love and care, all life would grow. In the spring and the summer, her happiness would show. But Demeter's mood and the weather would turn cold and dark when her dear Persephone would leave a hole in her heart to return to Hades beneath the ground for half each year as she was bound. Demeter's grief would dim the sun, then winter's snows and cold winds would come. So Persephone's movements up and down, they make the seasons turn around. At home, above and beneath the ground, a grander goddess cannot be found. And so, if I might be so bold, I'll question this story that we've been told of a guileless girl who's tricked and trapped. Is such a story truly apt for a goddess of her might? Well, now she's here to set things right. And so, without further ado, I introduce Persephone to you. It's me. There's a tale that is told of the woe that befell me. You may have heard it, my name is Persephone. But now I'm here to set things straight, and I believe it's never too late. First of all, it should be known that I was a woman who was fully grown, and not, as they say, just a girl, though my mother still ruled my world, which was much to my distaste. So when I could, I would escape from mother's prying eyes that smothered my desires, to spread my wings and perhaps my legs, to experience things of which I'd read. So on a bright and sunny day, to my delight, I slipped away down to the glade, where I frolicked and played. I let the sun caress my skin, which until then was kissed only by him. It was then I heard that thumping sound, a pumping beat beneath the ground. Feelings awakened, my hips were shaking, the drums in the deep, they took a hold. I moved my feet and lost control. The glade became my dance floor. I became untamed and I wanted more. I took a stick and I dug in the dirt to find the drums, beneath the earth. I was pounding the ground in a rhythmic way when the drummer down under heard me play. The ground opened up, a tunnel appeared. I saw a chariot and a man with a beard, his bare chest bound in golden chains. His crown sat atop his raven mane. He blew on his horn, said, "Climb aboard if you want to get down and be where it happens. Come hear the sounds in my cavern." I went with him, then I was wild and free. As I danced to his band, he was watching me. And then he picked a pomegranate from an underworld tree. And though I knew it grew unnaturally, I ate it with glee when he gave it to me. I let red juice drip down my chin. I licked it off, it turned my lips crimson, and I danced pressed against him, my cheeks flushed with fire, and the underworld of wine fanned the flames of desire. Now, as a daughter of Demeter and a child of Zeus, I'd been warned of pomegranates since my youth. I knew that a taste would bind me to him, and to this place still I bit in. Now that I knew how it felt to be alive, I could no more abide to be treated like a child. And why should I hold on to apron strings when the underworld was full of such wonderful things, like wild dancing and a sexy man who's the leader of the underworld band? Now when spring comes, I'm happy to ascend and spend time with Mum, and once again to greet my old friend the sun. But when bright days are past, I'll delight in the dark, when I burrow down below while the earth knows cold and snow. The seasons change as I rise and fall. The light and the dark, I embrace it all. So do a favor for me when you tell my story. Make me the hero that I am, a woman who was queen in an underground land, who held life and death in her hands, and said yes to the rhythms of her man and his band.